New South Wales have come out with an updated understanding of what the new proposed stamp duty changes will be going into the end of 2021. Now, it's quite firm that it looks like there's going to be two systems. You're either going to opt in to a ongoing annual tax, or you're going to pay a one-off payment, what is still understood as stamp duty. If you decide to opt in to the one-off tax, to the annual tax, it will be forever. There'll be no opportunity to opt out of that system, and it's actually property specific. So even if you sell that property, the property retains that tax system. Now, if you are an owner-occupier, the proposed payments are going to be around about $400 per annum plus 0.03% of the unimproved land value. And if you are an investor, you're going to pay approximately $1,500 per annum plus 1.1% of the unimproved land value. Now, if you are a long-term property holder, this is not a good tax system for you. You essentially want to pay stamp duty up front and not be in a position where you're going to have to pay a continuous annual tax, because at the end of the day, if you're having to pay $5,000 per annum for a 20 or 30 year period, I'd rather pay the small amount up front, which is stamp duty. Now, the calculations are that if you are an owner-occupier, under the new current tax system, it takes you approximately 14 years to pay what would have been stamp duty. So from year 15 onwards, you're actually behind. However, if you sell the property within the first 14 years, you're actually in front because you've saved yourself money. So if you're an investor, you are going to be paying approximately $5,000 to $6,000 per annum in what will be the new land tax. And so you're better off paying stamp duty now, upfront, one-off, if you're a long-term purchaser. This proposed tax system is fantastic for developers and people who want to flip properties, because essentially in our marketplace, the eastern suburbs, where stamp duty is sometimes $200,000 and $300,000, you could potentially buy an unrenovated property, save that $300,000, put that into the renovation, pay a very small amount of stamp duty or the new land tax up front on your purchase, and then flip the property in 12 months time and make a huge profit. So this is where it's going to be really, really important, and also really, really lucrative for some of these developers, because at the end of the day, what they're going to do is they're going to opt into this tax system to save themselves money up front. This is a detrimental tax for people who are long-term family home buyers. So if this is going to be your principal place of residence, and you purchase the property off someone who had bought it within the last couple of years, renovated it, and then on-sold it, but to reduce the previous person's upfront expenses, they've opted into this tax system, then you're going to have to continually pay tax on an ongoing basis for your own principal place of residence. If you have any questions on this, or want to talk a strategy around how you could potentially buy investment properties or principal place of residence before this tax system comes in, please give me a call. Happy to talk to you. All the best.